Did you know that stinging nettle, often seen as just an unwanted weed in the garden, actually has proven healing properties, valued both in folk medicine and modern pharmacology? So today, I'd like to share with you some interesting facts about this plant and show you how easy it is to make your own nettle cream at home. Be careful when cutting nettle. The plant is covered with stinging hairs that contain formic acid, which can cause strong skin irritation and allergic reactions. Always use protective gloves and garden shears. For the raw material, we use nettle leaves, but if you look closely between them, you can notice tiny beads, which are actually nettle flowers. By the end of the season, these flowers turn into fruits, inside of which you'll find microscopic seeds. These seeds are then used for the production of nettle oil. Remember, vegetable oils in the vast majority of cases come from seeds. Now, a small tip. There are many herbs that look similar to nettle. They have similar leaves, but differ in the appearance of their flowers and in their medical properties. For example, white dead nettle or red dead nettle have different flowers and are known for their anti-hemorrhagic properties. Now, let's see what use we can make of nettle in the skincare. First, I want to show you how to make a simple infusion. You will need a glass or porcelain container, ideally with an infuser insert, or simply a heat-resistant glass. And simply put already washed nettle leaves in the pot. And now pour hot but not boiling water directly to the pot, making sure the volume of water doubles the volume of the leaves. Carefully cover and put the pot aside to infuse. Meanwhile, I poured the nettle seed oil into a separate beaker. Nettle seed oil is made by the cold press of microscopic nettle seeds. To make this small amount, we need hundreds of thousands of these seeds. Let's get back to our infusion. When it has cooled down to the room temperature, we can pour it to another beaker. This infusion is super healthy and is recommended as a herbal remedy, can be drank as a herbal tea for kidneys function support, and for hair growth. Here we have yet another form of nettle, juice. Unlike an infusion, the juice is obtained by pressing fresh leaves and stems. It contains even more active substances, but also ballast substances such as fiber and cell fragments. And for this reason, I do not recommend using it in homemade cosmetics. And here we are. One herb, 3 different pharmaceutical forms: infusion, juice, and oil. You've been asking me many times about oil and water emulsions. This is a type of emulsion that's quite difficult to make at home. To prepare it, you'll need 2 supporting ingredients. The first one, commonly used in most cosmetics, is cetyl alcohol. Cetyl alcohol is a fatty alcohol, usually derived from natural sources such as coconut or palm oil, through a process called hydrogenation of the fatty acids. Another necessary ingredient is an emulsifier. I am very careful when selecting emulsifiers, making sure they meet the highest quality standards. This particular emulsifier, often referred to simply as GSC, makes it possible to add a very large amount of water to the emulsion when added in only 1% of the total product amount. So this is our set: nettle infusion, nettle oil, cetyl alcohol, and GSC emulsifier. So let's get to work. First, we need to melt cetyl alcohol and GSC in nettle oil. To do so, we put it in the hot bath in exactly the same way I showed in my previous videos. So, this is how our mixture looks like before the hot bath, and that's how it looks after. It should have a semi-translucent appearance, and make sure it doesn't cool down before you add the water-based part. Also remember that the common mistake at this stage is adding the cooled water phase directly into the hot oil phase. This causes cetyl alcohol and the emulsifier to crystallize, breaking your emulsion before it even forms. In skincare formulation, this situation is called emulsion breaking, and it causes the product to separate after sitting for a while. There actually is a way to save this emulsion at this stage, but I will tell you about it in another video. For now, as you can see, the consistency is runny, remaining lotion, not a cream. So let's make it properly this time. Once again, oil, cetyl alcohol, and GSC add in a beaker and put in a hot bath until granules melt. From the total amount of infusion, pour off an amount equal to the oil with additives and put the remaining cold infusion aside. Then heat the measured amount of infusion in a hot bath alongside with oil, making sure it won't exceed the temperature of about 37 to 40 degrees Celsius. Now, Let's repeat the process again. Make sure the oil is translucent and there are no remaining visible particles of adjuvants. Grab a hand mixer and start slowly adding the solution, trying to pour it in such a way that the stirrer is heated at the same time. And you can tell the difference straight away. Creamy and homogeneous consistency. The only thing it needs now is adding the remaining nettle infusion. The tip at this stage, the lower temperature of added solutions, the better results. And as you can see, now we have beautiful, full of goods, ultralight emulsion that can be used even on oily skin. And if you are interested in secrets of natural yet professional skincare, follow my channel and wait for more.